welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Dan Kathman, and this is the final episode of Aftermath. We're talking about the season finale of Surviving Mann, and I'm joined here with three of our regular guests, and they made it all the way through Surviving Mann.
Yeah, yes we did.
Yes, we did. It's exciting. Liberty, Aly, Dr. Jenn, thank you so much for being here again on our last episode. The finale, our finale of the finale. It's great. Yeah. So let's get into it. Big episode, huge. I mean, this was the biggest episode that you have done. Like, it was, so much happened. There was hostage, there was assault teams, there was, I mean, I don't even know where to begin.
Were you surprised?
I was blown away.
Are you proud of us?
I'm so proud of you that you guys made it. And it was this was like the most intense, like, viewers, like, as a viewer, I'm watching, I'm like, this is like real. It seems like this is
I mean, we could definitely have failed. And we were told that, and we were actually nervous a little bit about that.
Right. I mean, it seemed very real. Tell us, how real was it? I mean,
well, first it started with the planning part of it, and we spent the first part of the day just really planning out the mission. Breaking up into teams, assault teams. I was on the security detail for the EXO, and then there was a tower team. So everybody had a job, and everybody had to go get it. All 32 had to go break up into some group that was going to perform some task. And preparing for the mission was really figuring out how the military actually does it. Like, this is how they strategize. Yeah. This is how they come together and give jobs to everybody, and has to know where everybody is at all times. So that was a really cool part that I liked about it.
I thought that one of the most difficult tasks was the communication and coordinating all the teams, because each team, if they do their own task, that's great, but they all have to coordinate in order to do well.
And Lance did a really good job too with that. Yeah. And I think their experience and his experience was a big part that we need to give them some credit for.
Yeah, for sure.
Chris was the EXO in that, the whole thing, and so he kind of let us know there was some kind of like talk about whether or not he was going to go and be a part of most of the mission, or what his specific task was to be. And so he kind of decided he was going to delegate, and that everybody was going to go and do their task. But he ended up actually being in the mix of everything.
I don't think he could help himself.
Yeah, he couldn't, because he was supposed to sit back, but he wasn't. And I ended up on that team, so I was like, okay, here we go. Let's walk another 5 miles, I guess.
Just for fun.
Right.
Yeah, I thought the briefing was really detailed and really well done. And Don was really great at sort of giving enough direction so that we could, go after the mission and hopefully accomplish it.
Right. Well, you actually have military experience. I mean, that's got to be a very important part of every mission, is the briefing and knowing exactly what you're doing when you're going in, right?
Absolutely, and having contingency plans and knowing, if A, then B, if,
right.
C, then D.
Right,
I was trying to keep track of my numbers.
We're on plan D
letters.
right now.
But going off that, I think something that was cool for me, and a lot of people watching the show, especially I'm sure my friends and family, they don't know what a lot of those abbreviations were. I mean, I didn't even know what the intel team did, to be honest. And so I think that was cool too, and I think we explained a lot of it in the show, but we each had our own teams, and for the majority of us, we didn't know what even those meant. And they really did a good job of explaining it to us and got us prepared, and it was cool.
And I think that the really cool part was that there were enough previous law enforcement and military people that those people acted as leaders of the group and were able to teach and help people come along so that we were all on the same page. It was great.
That's awesome. I really want to get into the hostage situation, but I think we're going to hold on that, and we're going to do a challenge before we really get into that. So we do have one more challenge left for you guys.
Does it involve guns?
It does involve guns. It involves guns, and this is our last one. So last challenge from the challenge show. And
can I just say that that I want to thank everyone for all of their time and for allowing us to do this, because this has been such an amazing learning experience and a life-changing experience. It's just been really wonderful to be a part of it. So thank you to all the producers and Dawn and everyone coordinating all the challenges. It's been really great.
Yeah, and all the contestants.
Yes.
They were all just so awesome, and I know watching it, I'm sure they're all bringing back a lot of memories, and I know I am just such a big fan of everyone.
That's great. Well, it really shows on camera. We loved it, and that's why we have this show talking about another show because we love it so much. So thank you guys for doing it and putting yourselves through that because it was really entertaining to watch. Without further ado, let's go. Yeah, exactly. Let's go shoot, and we're going to go to our last challenge, and check it out. What's up, guys, and welcome to today's challenge. We're here with Sean from SAR USA. He's going to tell us exactly what challenge is going to be, but I think it's going to be called One Shot Headshot.
Yes, we have the girls here from Surviving Mann going into a one-shot headshot challenge today. 12 targets with the SAR 9X, comes with a light magazine holster and also the gun holster as well. As you see it here on the table, the ladies here have been pumped today, and I think there's a little bit of money on the line on this one, so we'll see how it goes.
That's great. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Shooter ready?
Yes.
Stand by.
Oh.
Nope, this one. Nope, left.
Like, I haven't been through it 3 times, right?
Okay. Drop mag. Okay. Shooter ready?
Ready as I ever be.
Stand by. Okay. Are you ready, Doc?
Yes, sir.
Let's go ahead and get it. Loader mate ready? Okay. Shooter ready?
Yes, sir.
Stand by. Clear.
3 went in, 1 came out on top. Aly, 12 on 12 headshots with the SAR 9X. Bullseye every time. Money. She's got the money today.
Thanks.
All right, so we did our last challenge and we cleared our last house. How's it feel?
Good.
Awesome.
So good.
We love them. We love that. They're just so fun.
You can never get enough of that.
It's really fun to watch, honestly, and be there. It's exciting.
It
be,
is.
Like, I'm like, I'm in it. I love it.
Yeah. So fun.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay, so we got to talk about the rest of the finale here. A lot still to unwind here. First of all, the fort-like tower. It would look like a treehouse. Okay, I can't believe you climbed up this thing.
So I was on the intel side, and we started, off the mission, going through tunnels, going around different things, and then we had the security kind of checking to make sure that we could approach the tower. So I went halfway up with John Hayes, and he literally cleared it in maybe a minute. Made it to the top, got the information needed, all the intel, of course, to then report back to Liberty's team for them to be able to move on next.
Well, that's great. I really want to talk about the hostage situation. This thing, it was insane.
It was insane.
Can you elaborate a little bit?
Sure. So first of all, great job on getting the intel, because the mission couldn't move forward without that. So
Thanks.
without these guys doing their job, we couldn't do ours. And so there were 2 assault teams that went forward once we had the information that we needed to know where the hostage was, what the extraction points were, like how we were going to get this person out. And so one of the assault teams actually went first and secured the perimeter so that the assault team 1, which was the team I was on, could go in and actually find this building where the hostage was and extract him. But on the way, I think you were on the team with the real medical emergency that had to be evacuated. Is that right?
So I was on the commander's team. We were his security detail.
Okay.
And Rick Shaw was on our team, and he is the one who had an injury. I don't know exactly what happened, but he nicked his leg, and he was bleeding everywhere.
Yeah, so I actually was in one of the original tunnel where we actually went down into the kind of the area where we needed to be to start our mission. And he was being evacuated out through there, and so I could see that he had some pretty extensive bleeding on his lower legs. And we didn't really have what we needed. That he didn't need a tourniquet or anything, but he was certainly bleeding fairly profusely from some superficial skin lacerations. And then he was evacuated from there and actually had to go to a hospital for treatment. So poor Rick was out at that point, but the team did a really good job of recognizing the emergency and getting him out quickly and getting him to help. So
So good that I don't even think we knew about that until after.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think a lot of people knew, because I think you guys saw the problem. You radioed back, and we're like, okay, great. We're going to get him out of here, get him the help he needs, and then continue the mission.
Yeah. And honestly, like a real life situation, right? And
Yeah, for
is that-
sure.
Is that what would happen?
Yeah, for
in
sure.
A serious situation. Yeah.
For sure. And so then we're back at the building where we know the hostage is from our intel.
Right.
And so we had a team, and 2 of the team members went in as a 2-man assault team. It was Nick and Landon, and they went in and they were able to eliminate the enemy targets and find our hostage.
I heard a lot of screaming.
And one of the members on our team is actually a paramedic. He's great, and he was able to go in and apply a tourniquet, and really was a life-saving measure that if he hadn't done that, the mission would have failed, because the hostage would have died.
Wow.
And then we were able to extract him and then get him out to, unfortunately, we didn't have the air support that we needed, and we didn't have the the vehicle we needed, and so
They stole it.
yeah.
Stole it.
Yeah,
We stole it.
yeah.
They did good.
And actually in law, it's kind of an emergency situation, so it's kosher.
So you're okay. That's fantastic.
It was kind of
Isn't
cool
it?
watching it. It was a lot of screaming. It was a
Well-
lot of real life bruises and
Yeah.
hair ripping.
We saw the. I want to talk about the hair rip. I mean, that's. Why was that done? But it was great to watch.
Torture.
It's just torture.
Yeah, to make him stop fighting, and so so a little
Okay.
duct tape will go a long way.
Oh,
They
yeah.
say duct tape is good for everything, and
Right.
apparently it is.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
all real. And I guarantee he had a lot of bruises the next day.
Rip some hair off somebody with some duct tape, and they'll shut up.
In this case, it worked.
In this case, it worked. That's fantastic.
So that I guess the best part is that, we started this week with no idea about what was going to happen to us. We had no idea that this mission was something that we needed to do and to come together as a team with. And if you guys want to talk about that.
I mean, we definitely came together as a team, and I think we could even address. Obviously, you guys saw who the winner was,
Right.
Oh, yeah.
and I think we should talk about Chris a little bit and how
Perfect.
much he really evolved throughout the show. I think he came in very focused on winning, as he should, as he was a strong competitor. And after the first couple of days, he realized, he is in it for the team, and his attitude changed. And he's a great guy. And I think we can elaborate too, and you guys saw what happened with him and him competing against 2 other strong competitors, and the fact that he wanted to, split
Share his money,
split the money is something that's really humbling, I think. And
One thing, I mean, I know, just to kind of go back a minute, but I know that he was, like you said, a couple days before, he had just really just become this team player and started to really come together for all of us and really become our leader, become that commander that we needed. And so watching him evolve into that was really interesting.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah.
It's funny because everyone has different leadership styles, and Chris from the beginning was kind of the XO. I mean, he was the points leader, and then he lost that position, and when he regained it, I think he was a different leader. Maybe from observing himself, observing others, different leadership styles, and what he wanted to be as a person and as a leader, and he really was incredibly positive. He was always trying. Once he kind of gelled into that role, was kind of a calming force and a force bringing people together. And I think that was really reflected at the end, where I mean, this is a guy who
he didn't sign up for that. He didn't sign up to lead a team, right? And to be in charge of telling us what to do. And I think it was something that we all kind of realized, and we all had our own different roles, and I think that was something too. He didn't know, like he said it from the beginning, I didn't sign up for this, and then it evolved throughout the show.
Well, I think that's kind of a trending topic throughout the show, and I'm going to go on a limb here and kind of guess, hats off to Don Mann on this whole concept where you guys were kept in the dark generally for almost everything, right? You get there, you think it's competition. At the end, it turns out that you actually need to be teammates. And it's very similar, I think, to real life situations where you kind of go in with a plan, and the plan goes to, I don't know if we can cuss on this thing or not, but it goes to shit, and then you're relying heavily on your team, and you're taking positions in real life with real life scenarios where you may have to take a leadership position, and you have to rely on your teammates to survive. So, Surviving Man, that makes a lot of sense now.
yeah, lots of really good life lessons, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very inspired by everybody that I worked with on the show, and I just look forward to keep being part of their lives and hopefully do more things with them in the future. I mean, they're just amazing people, and I feel honored to have been a part of this challenge with them and been able to survive it along with them.
Right.
I agree.
It was really fantastic to watch. It's been a pleasure having you guys on the show. Thank you again.
Thank you so much.
Okay, now I might cry.
Now you might cry. It's it. This is our final bow. You have been fantastic. It's been a pleasure getting to know you and getting the inside scoop on the show. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it.
It was a true honor and pleasure.
So what's next?
And we were the guinea pigs for the people that are going to come next.
Right. What's next? Well, I do have a bit of a surprise here. We don't have a tease from the next show, right? This is the last episode. This is our finale. But I do have a tease.
What is it? Oh, come
I
on.
don't think you guys know.
You're gonna pull it out. Come on.
Yeah, I did my own tease. Okay, I'll tell you right now. We don't got another episode to go to. So the tease is. Stay tuned after this break, and we'll tell you what the tease. Okay, no. The tease is there will be a season 2.
Yay.
Okay, Surviving Mann season 2,
Awesome.
and there will be celebrities involved.
Oh, cool.
Awesome.
Pretty cool. I can't really say much else. I don't know much else, but I mean that's it's gonna be fun. So you guys did fantastic, and now it's gonna be season 2. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys did it.
That's great.
We did, didn't we?
We did.
You did it. You actually,
Yeah,
you
we did.
literally survived. You literally made it.
Yeah, we did. Good job, girls.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. All right, I guess I'll close out the show. Our final show. Thank you guys again for being here. I'm your host, Dan Kathman, and this is Aftermath. Thank you, and good night.
Boom.
Great, I love that.